One of the things that we've done with Hugs of a Mask since day one is educate people. This flyer, you're probably very familiar. We distribute about 500,000 of these cards all across Canada. And this is what we wanted to do since day one, to educate the people. So we know the real facts, the real science, and we can combat that from the government, media, brainwash, and all that stuff. The other organization that I started in October of 2020 is We Are All Essential, which is a business empowerment network. I understood that we need to bring people together, like-minded people. So Hugs of a Mask was for the family, for the kids, etc. We All Essential was for the businesses. And we did the first grand opening of the businesses back in February of 21, to make sure that we have some businesses able to stand up to the tyranny. Because, again, coming from Soviet Union, I know exactly when the government tells you what you're allowed to do or not, what's essential, what's not essential, right? In Soviet Union, everybody was the same, but I was outside the store with the food coupons to get to the store, because the government's actually decided how much food you're allowed to buy for your family. It did not matter how much money you have. The government told you how much food you're allowed to buy. But then the politicians had red caviar, black caviar, whatever they wanted. So we were not the same. So that whole concept, we are all in this together, was very, very clear for me since day one. When truckers happened, and as they were on the way, I actually was in Toronto at the time. So I actually went to Ottawa before truckers arrived, and I stayed there for a month and a half. During and even after, was organizing the rallies to continue, even after February 18th, which was definitely a historic moment, as Roman Baba mentioned. But part of my speech in Ottawa was about this. We need to have faith in ourselves above all. We need to have faith in ourselves, we need to have faith in our community, in our country, because ultimately it's up to us to make a difference, as was mentioned previously. That if you don't know, in Alberta a week ago, they basically were able to organize not 3,000 people that initially Alberta Conservative Party was thinking going to come and cast the vote for the leadership, but almost 40,000 people participated in a democratic debate to challenge the leadership of the Alberta Conservative Party, and Jason Kenney decided to resign, to step down. That shows to you the power of people when they actually come together. So when people say the freedom movement doesn't accomplish anything, even before that, O'Toole had to step down because of the truckers movement, right? So those are the casualties of the freedom movement that we've been organizing now for the last 2 years.
Thanks, Roger.
And then ultimately we need to know that it's a victory over fear. My ongoing message since day one's been it's facts over fear, it's love over fear, and it's victory over fear. We need to have a mindset that we are winning this. And in fact, I believe that we already won. And you know how I know that? Let's give it up for ourselves. We already won. Because it does not matter what the other side does at this point. They're only getting exposed. And you know how I see it? It's like we're definitely at a different level of consciousness. Because for us it's so obvious when they're talking about, economic measures, but then they're driving their limousines and they're flying to the Davos, etc. They're exposing how hypocritical we are. When they're telling us we have to eat bugs for lunch, but then they're having pulled pork and cod and everything else, they're exposing who we are, right? When you have Justin Trudeau talking about democratic freedom in this country, but then they're doing what they're doing to us and the media, etc., they're exposing who we are. And for us it's obvious, but they can actually not see it, because they are at a different conscious level completely. For them it makes sense what we do. For us it's just please doing it because you're only exposing who you are. That's why I know for a fact, no matter what the other side does, we already won, but it doesn't mean we need to stop. We need to keep going, we need to keep organizing, we need to keep bringing people together. And that's my ultimate message, that have a single conversation with a person, because that...
Okay, we're listening and watching images from Canada. There you go. This is in Victoria, BC. So we're going to unmute this here.
Or whatever, guys, resonates with you. But it's all of us together working for the last 2 years, or whenever you join the last 6 months. Thank you for coming. Welcome to the Freedom Family. Give it up for yourself. Welcome to the Freedom Family. We are all making a difference with every single action that we take. Wearing a t-shirt, giving out the flyers, wearing the buttons, having a conversation. If we all commit to just talking to one new person a day, That's all. In 1 month, the whole country will be awakened. But we have to be consistent. So who's gonna commit to talking to one new person a day about freedom, about truth, and about future of our children? That's it, guys. That's all it takes. It's committed, consistent action, and united non-compliance is the only way. I love you guys.
We're also going to look at Fake Mike Real News. They were live too. You know, Will Turbot was live, and that was an excellent live, man. That was really good. Really, really nice live that he had there. Let's see if we can, if this is, we shared it on the Facebook page. So let's see if we can find it on the Facebook page. Let's see. Yeah, there are a lot of trolls, you know, trolls with fake accounts and stuff, and they're bothering me all the time, man, all the time, you know, so it's amazing. It really is amazing. So here we have, we have the link, Fake Mike Real News, and we're going to watch a few minutes of Will Turbot here upon the sound.
What is going on, folks? Will Turbot, aka the reincarnation of L. Ron Hubbard and rightful heir to all of his earthly possessions. Fake Mike! Real news. What's up, guys? Got some important stuff to chat about today. A lot of stuff. So. I'm gonna start pulling up tabs, guys. I want you guys to join along here. Please share this video. I'm gonna wait a minute or two. We got a lot of shit to go through.
So Will's going to talk about Peter Nygaard, right? No one probably knows him, but he's a very wealthy guy, you know, just like Jeffrey Egg Salad.
Zach, the Lego Maniac. We got Pete. We got Callie. Thank you, Pamela, for sharing. Thank you very much. Good day, Book Hermit. What's your favorite top 3 books, Book Hermit? Yeah, I mean, we called it really crazy with the shooting. You know, and that's something here too, you guys, to know. I'm not calling anything. I'm just pointing out. I'm not saying what happened on September in New York City in the year 2001. I don't know what happened. Some people get mad. Oh, you're gonna think it's this or you're gonna think it's that. I don't know what happened. I just point out discrepancies, anomalies, and I ask logical questions. Right? But yeah, the cops let those kids die, wait outside for 40 minutes. As a matter of fact, you guys should check out my Instagram, Fake Micro News. I got some really dope memes over there. I mean, funny, spicy ass memes. I'm not gonna brag, but I would be willing to say I got the best damn memes in the planet. So go to Fake Mike Real News on Instagram, check it out. And I want to say thank you to people that have been supporting Demand the Truth on Patreon /Demand the Truth, and also the donations, $ Cash App, $ Fake Mike Real News on Cash App. Thank you. So find me on Instagram. If you want to send me any show notes too today, send me a message over on Instagram or Fake Mike Real News on Gmail. Because we're going to be going for a little bit like we did last time here, okay? All right, what was that point I was trying to make? Yeah, basically, the cops, yeah. Great job, guys. Just waiting outside, just like you did before. Just like we said, just waiting outside, just like we said. So, we're going to get to a few characters. I want to know, well, this is something WW I haven't seen anybody cover here. I need you to press 1 in the chat. And I'm getting this information from all over the place. So shout outs go to The Matrix, shout outs go to Titus Frost, shout outs go to Memory Hold for this information. Guys, go check out all of them. Check out Yeah Right the Matrix on YouTube. Just type that in. Also, Titus Frost. Put that into BitChute and Memory Hold, HOLD, put that in. And there's some other people that I'll probably be thanking and or forgetting on the way about this information. So, before we start here, thank you guys for joining. If you're just joining, please give me a comment, like, but most importantly, share the video, text message, email, Facebook Messenger, Facebook wall, Twitter DM, Instagram DMs, everything. Share. If you got a YouTube channel, share it on your thing. So,
which is what we're doing, Will. We're sharing you.
Is 1 in the chat if you have ever heard of Peter Nygaard, 2 in the chat if you have not.
You see, I told you he's going to talk about Peter Nygaard. Now, who is Peter Nygaard, right? Let's look him up. Yeah, so we're going to Peter Nygaard. There you go. Oh, they kind of spelled Bygard. It's Nygaard. Yeah. So there you have it. A Finnish-Canadian fashion executive and accused rapist. There you go. He has his own island too, and a yacht and all that. This is the Canadian Epstein, basically. So I don't know if he's into small kiddies, but who knows? Who knows? These people in power, they are very, very odd, to say the least. So we want freedom. That's what we want. And we're going to take a look at the next speaker here in Canada.
Path to destruction. The current federal government relies upon its colonial power of peace, order, and good government, intended to preserve law and order and not to prevent opposition that is perceived as unloyal to the crown. This is incompatible with a free and democratic society. We desire a unifying doctrine that limits the power of government to prevent tyranny in times of crisis. Recognizing we have God-given and inalienable rights to life and speech, expression, religion, equality, liberty, property, and security of our person from all government intrusion. This is consistent with the rule of law. Each one of us has inherent dignity that is the root of our inalienable rights. Together, we are brothers and sisters who are equal citizens, united as one family. Robbing any one of us of our unique dignity violates all of us. Foundational to our heritage is the universal law to do unto others as you have done to you. This is the standard upon which our law must rest, so justice will be established in the land. Where there is justice will flourish a culture of human dignity that enables the blossoming of our society. Take notice of a regime that implements security without freedoms of thought, reason, faith, conscience, and liberty inevitably results in tyranny. Law must mirror the truth.
I have no idea who this speaker is, but he's right. He's right. We have to find out the truth and not be amazed by all these globalists going off to the WEF. It's like, what the hell, man? Why do people follow these sociopaths, right? We're going to take a look at some very shady characters, put it that way, right? We're going to take a look at this here. This is the captured people in Ukraine, which are basically Nazis fighting off the Russians. Yeah, so we're going to take a look at this here. And
Нет.
Emblems of the SS division, Third Reich, Adolf Hitler there. The SS division. You see, it's going pretty quick. Coat of arms, Nazi Germany with Ukrainian trident. Oh, there you go. Oh, there you go. So we, as the Netherlands, are supporting Ukraine, right? We're giving them weapons. We're giving them all that, and it's like, oh my God, why are we doing this? Well, it's because we have criminals in power, basically, and it's very, very sad. I wrote down a few names that Will is saying. Epstein, not allowed to say that on YouTube, right? Egg Salad, Maxwell, who actually had her sentence shortened for 10 years. Nygaard, I already showed you that guy this year. The Canadian Finnish fashion executive. And let's see, Brunel, Nexium. Who knows Nexium? Anyone? Anyone know Nexium? So we're going to take a look at what Nexium is. Nexium. There. There you have it. Nexium is some kind of drug. So let's see if business. There. I believe that this year, here you see inside next room, whatever, the sex cult that preach empowerment. You see, it's all a cult, man. People should not believe in politics. Okay. Don't believe these people. These people are monsters. Get that? Monsters. Really monsters. So let's take a look at the World Economic Forum. Here you have someone, right, saying that people can be tracked and traced, right? We got like software to track and trace people, and blah, 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 blah. This guy is insane. He's insane, So we're going to take a look at what this cue ball has to say here. This guy, whoever this guy is, he's a nerd, man. He's just a nerd, This guy has no power over me. He's an idiot.
Through technology, an ability for consumers to measure their own carbon footprint. What does that mean? That's where are they traveling? How are they traveling? What are they eating? What are they consuming on the platform? So, individual carbon footprint tracker. Stay tuned. We don't have it operational yet, but this is something that we're working on.
Oh, and I thought that was a conspiracy theory, right? Right? No, they're not going to chip us. No. Nothing's going to happen there, Don't look that way. Look the other way. Yeah, right. Come on. These people are losers with a big L on their forehead. You're a loser. Whoever you are, this loser here. Oh my God, man! It's like, why do people follow these losers? Really is amazing. I've done a live stream of 6 hours with Frankie. Yeah, that was very nice to do. So we're gonna take a look at some other. This is interesting. Colombia has a presidential debate. It's also very interesting. So we're going to look at more of these people from the World Economic Forum. This here is Kaag, Sigrid Kaag, right? Sigrid Kaag is in our cabinet. We're going to take a look at Sigrid Kaag for a while. Sigrid Kaag, there's the Minister of Finance. It's amazing. It really is amazing. First, she was the Minister of Foreign Affairs, right? And now she's the Minister of Finance. Now, our Minister of Finance is now the Minister of Foreign Affairs. And, they just switched their jobs. It's like, what the hell? And people follow this. Oh my God. Anyway, here you have Sigrid Kaag telling the people at the World Economic Forum, all these losers basically, telling them that they have a new plan. Well, let's take a listen to what this witch has to say.
It means economic downturn, but to overcome. And I think a last point I would like to make is back to the exceptional rules. Indeed, exceptions are the choice you make on the escape clause should be the exemption that proves the rule. And at the end of the day, we need to go back to to basics, and basics will help us get into the future. But we also need to be able and have the courage to communicate that we will suffer collective loss of current welfare levels. We can overcome, but it's not going to be an easy ride. And that's also the determination and the responsibility of politics and politicians.
Please, shut up, you witch, you witch. Another politician that can go, through the toilet, go to the sewer, go live in the sewer, man. Please just leave us alone. You're a loser with a big L on your forehead. Now, there was this guy who went to Kaag's house, right? And he had a torch with him. And this guy believes in Jesus and all that. He doesn't hurt a fly, okay? Now, he rang at her doorbell with the torch in his hand, right? He just wanted to talk to her. And now he's sentenced for 6 months, and those 6 months have passed, right? And the judge said, you have 2 more months. We're going to prolong it with 2 more months. It's like, what the hell, man? You actually called at the doorbell at a representative? These people are supposed to be public people. Anyone can talk to these people. But no, you rang at her doorbell and you get like half a year prison. This is what's happening in the Netherlands, people. So it's just that you know. So this year, this Nazi guy here, right? This guy he's a Ukrainian soldier at the Azov battalion, right? The Azov battalion. I just showed you guys that. That was the guy with all the tattoos and Hitler and swastikas and whatever else. Now this guy went into a church, right? He went into the basement of the church and stayed there and basically killed everyone. You know, I got into captivity in the city of Lyman. Yeah, Lyman is in the east of Ukraine. The DPR has Lyman. The Donetsk People's Republic have Lyman in control. And we're streaming from Maastricht, if you're wondering, which is in the south of the Netherlands. So, we're going to show you guys Lyman, right? Lyman. There you go. Donetsk. There you go. So here you have Lyman, right? And the Russian army, or actually the DPR, which is coinciding with the Russian army, right? The DPR has that city in their own hands. Now let's see how far it is from Kharkiv or another big city in Ukraine. It's not. It's in between Luhansk and Kharkiv. It's near Luhansk, if I look at it correctly. So, and it's northeast basically, you know. So we're going to show you all of Ukraine. There you go. It's northeast in the country, right? And this soldier was shooting everyone basically. So we're going to enlarge this, hopefully. There. Oh.
16 человек.
There you
Мы
go.
были в
Yes, I have surrendered. We were a team of 16 people. We were in the basement of a church. You see? You see what I told you? This is what the guy said, right? So,
подвале церкви. Вот с этих 16 человек, 5 человек только прибыло.
from 16 people, 5 new people came from the forest, maybe you know.
Новых. С леса, ну, наверное, вы знаете, прибыло. Остальные ребята...
The other guys were staying at the front. When in the morning shelling started, I used walkie-talkie 79.
Стояли там на рубежах. Когда под утро
The other guys were... Oh, oops.
начался обстрел. И вот в рацию 79-ки, вот потому что мы как бы ей помогали, была рация, пока...
We were helping them, and they were saying that they, Russians, going to break through. So, there you have it. There you have it, right? This is what's happening in Europe, basically. So, almost all of East Ukraine is in the hands of Russia right now. You know, so also Crimea, of course, and you know, most of the East is in Russian hands now. So there you have that, right? And what did this guy at the Freedom Rally say? Well, we're all brothers and sisters and this and that. Well, I disagree with that, you know, because if you look at Ukraine, these are not brothers and sisters, you know. This is a proxy that's basically Nazis that are supported by NATO, right? We just saw the swastika and all that, so it's amazing, really is amazing.
Without any need for the experimental clot shot. The clot shot, experimental, untested. It didn't work. and it's killing people. Does that sound like a medicine that should be approved by the FDA and the CDC?
No,
I don't think so.
I don't think so. You know, people call you conspiracy theorist because you say these medicines won't work. You know, they will not work. But no, you're a conspiracy theorist because our government said that. It's like, what the hell, man? Can't you think? This is an experimental shot, right? So,
Of course not. It's not been tested on humans yet.
Hey, what's up, man?
You've been prisoners in your own home, in your own country.
Chad O'Neill.
But your kids have been the most brutalized of all.
Yes.
Psychologically, physically, and eventually financially to pay off the national debt that these idiots.
yeah, those idiots over there, you know, in Congress, they do not care. They live in their own little bubble. You see, there is a Californian representative, right, named Maxine Waters, right? Maxine Waters tells homeless people, so people who have no home, to go home. It's like, what the hell? You see, she lives in her own bubble. She doesn't care about all these people. The only thing she wants is power. So we're going to take a look at this here. This idiot of a woman saying to homeless people, you have to go home.
Wilson. Did they move another location where they're taking ass? Is there any more locations than this one?
No, it might have been just so many people out here.
1 minute. I want everybody to go home. And I want. We don't got no home. Okay. That's why we here. Miss McKinney, Miss Waters, what home we gonna go to?
Yeah.
Just a moment.
You see, go home. They have no home. It's like, oh my God, where's your, oh my God. Can't you think? These people have no home. That's why they're there. That's why they're confronting you, Maxine. It's like, oh my God, man. Can't these people think? They don't care. They do not care, okay? So, in November, there's you know, the midterms going on, and I guess the Democrats are really they're going to take their losses, you know, because of these idiot people, you know, these idiot people. We're going to play it once more.
Did they move another location where they're taking ass? Is there any more locations than this one?
No, it might have been so many people out here.
1 minute. I want everybody to go home. And I want.
Congresswoman Maxine Waters tells homeless families in the 43rd district who were in need of housing vouchers to go home. It's like, oh my God. You see, they don't care. Maxine Waters is going to go home in her palace, you know, do whatever. They do not care, okay? They do not care. This is very important to know. These people are losers. They're very big losers and idiots. They're idiots. Have you seen George Bush lately? Huh? Have you seen him lately? George Bush. There. Here you go. George Bush bungles condemning Putin invasion with Iraq reference. It's like, oh my God, man. Oh my God. You're so stupid. You are so damn stupid. Okay? You're stupid.
In contrast, Russian elections are rigged. Political opponents are imprisoned or otherwise eliminated from participating in the electoral process. The result is an absence of checks and balances in Russia and the decision of one man to launch a wholly unjustified and brutal invasion of Iraq. I mean,
Iraq, oh my God. Oh my God. You're such an idiot, man. You know, the last time you were in Iraq, Mr. Bush, right? There was this Iraqi guy that threw a shoe at your face. There. An Iraqi guy threw a shoe at your two shoes. Now in Iraq, right? When you give someone disrespect, when you don't respect him, you give him your shoe. You know, it's like, I don't respect you. So here you have an Iraqi journalist, right, wanting to cover Bush and Maliki, which is the Iraqi prime minister back then. And here you go. And now Bush is blaming Russia for attacking Iraq, right? This guy's an idiot, okay? He's a loser. Like most people in politics, they're losers, you know? They never worked once in their life. Never, ever done anything, you know? And now he's blaming Russia for attacking Iraq, which America attacked Iraq, right? It's like, oh my God, man. It's like, what the hell? And people don't.
in contrast,
Here.
Russian elections are rigged. Political opponents are imprisoned or otherwise eliminated from participating in the electoral process.
Oh, wait, okay. The elections are rigged, right, in Russia. Now, if you look at 2000 by Dinesh D'Souza, right, which is a documentary about the last elections, right, then you get to see that that the elections weren't really fair. They were rigged. Rigged elections. Now, what did Mr. Bush just say? You know, Russia has rigged elections. What about the people that stood in front of Parliament on January 6th, right, who were still in prison? Nothing's been said about that, right? But, oh, Russia, oh, Russia's a bad country, man. Oh, Russia's so bad. They attacked Iraq.
In contrast,
Idiot.
Russian elections are rigged. Political opponents are imprisoned or otherwise eliminated from participating in the electoral process. The result is an absence of checks and balances in Russia the decision of one man to launch a wholly unjustified and brutal invasion of Iraq.
Of Iraq, it's like, oh my God. Oh my God. Really? Really? I'm supposed to take you serious, huh, Mr. Bush, who actually planned, right? Planned with the other dude, Blair. He planned to have a plane with UN colors to fly over Iraq, right? So that Saddam would shoot that plane down. And that would be the pretext to war, you know? So we're going to look that up. Bush, Blair. Bush plotted to lure Saddam into war with a fake UN plane. You see this? You see this? This is not, something that I made up. Here you go. So this idiot, right? This loser actually went to war against Iraq, and now so many years later, he's saying Russia attacked Iraq. It's like, what the hell? What the hell's wrong with you, man? Here, George Bush considered provoking a war with Saddam Hussein's regime by flying the United States spy plane over Iraq bearing UN colors. You see, this was the pretext to war. And then they say, oh, Saddam was a bad guy. He's a bad guy. I'm not saying he's a good guy, right? But these tactics, what they use, this is very, very, very dangerous. Okay? This is dangerous. It's like, oh my God, man. When people trust all these idiots. What about Zelensky, right? Zelensky in Ukraine. Oh my God, that guy is everywhere, man. He's like at the Oscars, at this and that. Oh, you gotta support Ukraine. You gotta support Ukraine. Yeah, right. Zelensky is also mentioned in the Panama Papers. Remember that? Panama Papers or Pandora Papers? They're all almost the same, Pandora and Panama. It's almost the same, but it's right in front of your face, man. Why is this taking so long? Look at 9/11, right? Now, there is a study about WTC7, and that study says that WTC7 did not fall because of fire. Nope, did not happen. WTC7 collapse. University. There. See if University report on 9/11 building collapse contradicts. You see, the University of Alaska Fairbanks. There you go. There you go. Finds fire did not cause building 7's collapse on 9/11. Hey, Didn't NIST say that fire caused the collapse of World Trade Center 7? Hey, maybe they lied to us. Huh? Maybe they lied to us. What about that one guy, that Shamalayan or whatever his name is from NIST? It's really amazing. It really is amazing that people believe this idiot. Shama Lion, something like that. I don't know. He's an idiot. Anyway, we're going to take a look at the rally here in Canada.
Well, that's nice and cozy-ish. Sure. And the sun is coming out because you know who's coming out to speak. I just feel happy that I'm still alive while he's here on this earth, because
whether he went down, he just pulled up another one.
A testament to the charter, the last architect to the charter. And serving as Premier of Newfoundland from 1979 to 1989, he co-authored the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms, as well as Canada's Constitution Act of 1982. On February 1st, 2022, his legal team filed 11 affidavits in a federal court lawsuit to strike down the federal government's mandatory vaccine requirements for air travelers. The travel ban. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Mr. Brian Peckford.
Yeah, we'll take a look. I found that dude's name, Shyam Sunder. Shyam Sunder. Shyam Sunder. There you go. WTC7. There you go. Let's see if we can find this idiot. Let's see. I believe that this is the guy. This is Shyam Sunder or whatever. And here you have him too. He's an idiot. An idiot. So here you have him. Shyam Sunder. An idiot. Telling us that buildings collapsed because of fire. It's like, oh my God. The steel frame building collapsing because of fire? Come on. Come on. You're an idiot, okay? No one trusts you, NIST. Here, take a look at this, right? You're going to tell us, right, that the building collapsed because of fire. It's like, oh my God. Okay. Say the building collapsed because of fire, right? That would mean that more steel frame buildings would collapse of fire, right? Because one thing doesn't happen in nature. It always reoccurs, you see? So let's find this loser here, this nerd, this loser with a big L on his forehead, right? Let's see what he's going to tell us.
And the day tanks were located, the primary supply tanks and the day tanks, as well as the floors where those were located.
Why didn't NIST look for explosives? Why did they not do that? It's like, oh my God. When a building implodes like WTC7, you'd normally look for explosives. Well, NIST did not do that. They did not look for explosives. So that's how they came with the fire theory. The fire expanded the metal, blah, blah, blah. Never happened before in other buildings. And so it's like, what? You're an idiot. You're an idiot. Some despot president said to you, you got to cover this up, Cheyenne. You got to cover this up, man. This is your job. Cover it up. Come on, cover it up for me, please. How is it possible that it took more than a year for an official commission to, be there? The White House did not want an investigation. It was the ladies and lads that missed their family members who were in the World Trade Center. They were pushing the idiot Bush, So this is what's happening, people. This is amazing. It really is amazing. And people trust this guy. They trust this loser. People trust these people in politics. They're all losers, okay? All of them. Now, there are some exceptions, but it's very sporadic. Like Rand Paul, say for instance, Rand Paul, Kentucky senator. Yeah, that is an exception. So, and everyone's like, Rand Paul, who? Who? I've heard of that. Rand Paul. Rand Paul. Who is that? Rand Paul. No, let's see. Rand Paul. There you go. There you have Rand Paul, son of Ron Paul. Right? Ron Paul was a presidential candidate 3 times. So, how come I know this as a foreigner, right? But someone who is in the country itself, America, they can't even find monuments. It's oh my God. Have you seen Mark Dice? Right? Mark Dice had made a clip. Mark Dice about about Biden being dead. Biden dead. There you go. You see, this is the bad thing about social media. It's not social anymore. You see, I can't find Mark Dice. First, I have to go through all this crap of Joe Biden and CNN and all that. Mark Dice is somewhere out there, and he is really being shadow banned. Let's see if we can find it on his channel. Mark Dice, there you go. He's done man on the streets interviews. Let's see if we can find that. Let's see. In-depth reports. Now this guy is busy, man. He's done a lot. Man on the street interviews. There.
Talking politics today.
Oh, I'm not.
Vice, just give us a pop quiz.
I don't know anything.
You know the name of the vice president?
No, actually, we don't. I just moved here from Wisconsin, so I know them.
Oh, they don't report on the vice president in Wisconsin?
They do, but I don't know.
I don't know. I have no idea.
You don't know.
I don't know. Who is the vice president? It's like, oh my God, man. Let's see if we can find Joe Biden is dead. Maybe it's gone off YouTube. I don't know. Let's see. Talking with Biden voters. No. Stupid liberals can't read. Talking with millennials. It's like, oh my God, man. Really? We're going to take a look at this here. People who don't know who the vice president is. Right? It's Kamala Harris. Okay? Kamala Harris. And Joe Biden. And it used to be Trump and Mike Pence. Right? And before that, you had Obama. And of course, confused old Joe, as vice president. So now he's a president, and now we have Kamala Harris as vice president.
No.
Vice
Isn't
president.
the vice president a female?
Yes. Give me a name though.
Miss Ass. Yeah, I don't know her name at all. I just know she's black. That's it.
I just know she's black. That's it. Oh my God. People, you got to look into politics, right? Look into politics. Know who your vice president is. Know who the president is. Know your senators. You see, this is why the world is all effed up, basically, because no one cares. You know, no one even knows who the vice president is. Now, I am a foreigner, right? I live in the Netherlands. American people don't even know who the vice president is. That is a bad thing. Come on, people.
Pop quiz. Who's the current vice president, the second most powerful person in the world?
Camilla, I forgot her last name.
Forgot her last name.
Yeah, I'm really pissed off at politics.
Who's Joe Biden's vice president?
Who's Joe Biden's vice president?
These people don't know. It's because they don't look at politics. You see, they know everything about the Super Bowl. And you know, who's the front player, who's the defense, and all that. They know everything about that. But ask them a political question, it's like, now, most of you people know, I assume, that the Triceratops is dead, right? Triceratops dead. Okay, it happened in the Triassic period, right? So here is Mark Dice saying,
You might have seen the Donald Trump kids are big hunters. They go on these hunting trips just for fun and kill these poor animals. So now, just getting people's reactions to Donald Trump's kids now killing the Triceratops in Africa on a hunting expedition.
Okay, so honestly, my opinion is I think they're just getting away with a lot for the simple fact that they're Donald Trump's children.
Would an ordinary person be able to get away with killing a Triceratops, or is the Donald Trump's kids just being able to get away with that because they're Donald Trump's kids?
I think they're getting away with it because they're Donald Trump's kids, and I think
I think you're stupid. That's basically it. You're stupid. Right? Triceratops is an extinct species. Okay? You cannot hunt an extinct species. It's like, oh my God, man. Oh man, this is giving me a headache. Really, it's really giving me a headache watching all these stupid people. Right? Stupid people. Educate yourselves. Oh my God, man. I'm going to take a break because I'm just going to look at these Canadian people. These people are smart, I guess. I hope. And let's see what this guy has to say here.
Present to full Parliament their recommendations to approve or reject any nominated judge. Parliament's decision is final. One time, 10 years ago, I would never say this. I would respect our traditions, that we could really trust our traditions, that things would be done properly. But we know now, we have it proven to us in spades that we cannot trust that system which does not come through Parliament, but which is done by the Prime Minister and the Minister of Justice, and with the Judicial Council and other people who are going to recommend, and then they get nominated, not be nominated, they get approved to be the judges of this country. We now know that the people must be more involved. Well, who controls the law of this country?
Exactly. We got to get more involved, man. I know the vice president as a foreigner, right? I know American history. I know all sorts of history. I know the history of the Netherlands. I know the history of France. I know the history of Italy and all that, you know. Educate yourself. Educate yourself. This is important. This is a battle, right, between all these losers basically at the World Economic Forum, you know, the globalist losers, and the population.
Straight here, we had Jody Wilson-Raybould, who was the Minister of Justice, and who was summarily, right, attacked by her own government to change her department's mind on a regular course of business dealing with a very large corporation in this country. And after all of that was over, and she didn't buckle, right, then she went to a parliamentary committee to tell her story. And what happened when she went to a parliamentary committee to tell her story? The committee suddenly closed down, even though she had more to say. How could that happen in a democracy? How could that happen? Tyranny of the majority. This is what Thomas Jefferson and James Madison talked about when they were putting together the American Constitution. They were talking about ways to ensure that the majority didn't step on the minority, that rights and freedoms were not part of being a majority. You had to defend those rights and freedoms. So we must ensure in the future, this is part of the Magna Carta, this is part of our new Magna Carta, we must ensure in the future that parliamentary committees in the territories, in the provinces, and in the federal parliament are not closed down when there's legitimate witnesses available to tell more testimony about the subject of that parliamentary committee. And this was a former Minister of Justice. This was an MP of the Parliament being shut down from telling her story by whom? By Parliament. You know that is wrong. And this cannot be. And if these things are not changed, these are the fundamentals of our system. Okay? If these things are not changed, if we don't have honest political parties to start with, how can we have honest governments later? One follows the other. How about this one?
How about this? Politics is corrupt. Okay? Been corrupt ever since the Roman era, and even before that, you know, the Hellenistic era. Philip was the father of Alexander, right? Philip of Macedon. He got killed And Alexander became king at his 20s, you know. So this is what happens. Politics is a dangerous, dangerous game. You know, this is why people don't like politics. But we have to look at what's happening in our countries so we can understand what's going on in the world. Okay? Now, I also gave Will a link of the Dutch government funding the Clinton campaign, basically. Nederland 4,4 miljoen Clinton Foundation. There you go. Nederland geeft miljoenen aan Clinton Foundation. Netherlands gives millions to Clinton Foundation. The Ministry of Economics has given the charity organization, the Clinton Foundation, 4.4 million euros. Right? So there you go. The Dutch government is for the Democrats, of course. You know, it really is amazing. All the Democratic lies that you've heard, right? All those lies, people just took it over, you know. Oh, Trump was peeing in Russia in a hotel and blah, blah. It's all bull. It's all bull, okay? For 4 years, they've been lying to us about Trump, right? I actually had this conversation with a journalist, and he said, oh, Trump is dirty. Trump is dirty. Trump did this and Trump did that. And if it's not true, I'm going to eat my shoes. Well, I never heard from him again. I guess he choked on the shoe. So that guy was a loser too. You know, these people are losers. They're misinformed, okay? So, and I'm not going to be very nice to all these people. I've been nice long enough, right? We're just going to take off the gloves and call people for what they are. Losers, okay? Losers. Here you have another loser, a very dangerous person. Whatever happened to Seth Rich, right? Seth Rich was a Bernie Sanders supporter, and he was in the DNC, and he found out that Bernie actually gave a lot of votes to Hillary. He found it out, right? So he gave it to WikiLeaks, which was still running, right? WikiLeaks, Julian Assange was still running. And the information came out. And Clinton was like, oh my God, information came out. It's your fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. It's Russia's fault. And then the Russia story, you know, came to be basically. Even CNN calls out on Hillary Clinton, right? CNN Clinton. There. Let's see if we can find it. There. Hillary Clinton personally approved plan to share Trump-Russia allegation with the press in 2016, campaign manager says. You see? she was spreading fake news. Now, when you say, hey, that's fake news, you get banned. You get banned. You know, if you're talking about a certain laptop, you also get banned, right? The Washington Post was talking about a certain laptop, got banned from Twitter. You know, even Senator Cruz was asking Jack Dorsey about Twitter. You know, why did you remove the article? And Dorsey was like, this is not credible, basically. So that's what's happening, people. She was spreading lies, disinformation, right? And now all these Democrats are doing the same. They're doing the same. These are losers, okay? Losers with a big L on their forehead. Losers. Now these people are winners. You know, they're coming together and showing the government that they don't want the rules and regulations anymore.
Two more. This is not exhaustive, but if we could get these done, then we could move on to a few more that need to be done. But here are two more, and these are very, very current. Canada, this is another declaration of a new part, Magna Carta. Canada must remain a sovereign nation.
Yeah!
Therefore, no treaty.
Did you know that in some parts of Canada, when you wave the flag and a cop sees you, you can get a fine for waving the flag? You see how totalitarian your government has become? You know, the president, Trudeau, or whatever his name is, Trudeau, you know, even he had made a promise to Canada and the flag of Canada, right, to be a good president. And he's a loser. He's a big, big loser. He couldn't come into politics without Daddy helping him, you know, because his dad was prime minister. You see, I know this. Because I am drenched in politics. I sleep politics. I live politics. You know, I know this. And you may say, you're a conspiracy theorist. No. Trudeau. There you go. Pierre Trudeau. That's the father, another big loser, of Justin Trudeau. Right? You see, I know this because I look at politics. I try to wake people up on what's happening. You know, these people are planning all sorts of false flags. Right? Have you ever heard of Operation Northwoods? Operation Northwoods? No? Don't even know what that is? Well, okay. Operation Northwoods. There you go. Operation Northwoods is basically the same as this year. You know, they wanted to spray paint planes, right? Give them Cuban colors and drive these planes into buildings and all that to give Cuba the blame so they can attack Cuba. Operation Northwoods. Okay? Now, this operation never came to be because Kennedy, who was president at the time, fired all these people, like Lyman Lemnitzer. Now, who is Lyman Lemnitzer? We're going to look it up, right? There you have him, Lyman Lemnitzer. There you go. General Lyman Lemnitzer, who was in charge of chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. There you go. Another loser, right? Now, in Europe, you also had a sort of same thing going on called Operation Gladio, right? Operation Gladio. There you go. And who is in Operation Gladio, right? Lyman Lemnitzer. Yeah. After he got fired, he put his foot in Europe and said, hey, we're going to do this. We're going to support all these proxies. You stay behind networks, you know, and we're going to do some terroristic attacks and blame the communists for those attacks. And this is how NATO actually started. You see, you have to know your history. Anyway, we've been live long enough, right? We're going to go back to the Freedom Rally here.
When you get up to speak, I'm counting on you. Do something for me. I said, okay, sir, what's that? He said, please acknowledge and get the people here to acknowledge the hurt and the suffering that's happening right now amongst families, small businesses, and others who've been hurt either because of the mandates and the draconian measures that have been put in, where there was delayed surgeries, delayed specialist appointments, or people who've been hurt because of the vaccine. There are a lot of people hurting, and we must acknowledge that. Not only ways to rectify, we must acknowledge that even out here amongst the people that are here today, you have either relatives or friends who have been hurt by what's happened in the last 2 years. We must acknowledge that they're in pain. We have it in our own family. We have it in our own extended family, Carol and I.
Very interesting to listen to. Vic, sorry. Vic BC Live, right? Just follow his channel. And we're giving an overall view of what's happening, you know, right now and also in the past, and how it relates to the president, you see? So we were showing Operation Northwoods, and after that, Operation Gladio. And it's basically the same as what Bush was planning in Iraq, right? So there you have it, people. We'll be back, and let's wave these Canadians bye-bye.
On the website Brownstone Institute yesterday, Mr. Bell is a scholar, public health physician. He even worked for the World Health Organization years ago, but saw the error of his ways and was converted to what we believe today. Here's what he said yesterday. Pressure to conform is strong. Maintaining integrity carries risks. I had people come to my office in the 1980s when I was Minister of Mines and Energy and offered me cash $1 million and an annual salary if I would just quit right now so that they could get their permits for offshore and lie on the beach for the rest of your life and be looked after. I physically kicked them out of my office.
Yeah! We need more of those people.
When people tell me stories.
So please, people, get involved in politics. You know, get involved. Confront all these losers. Right? Confront them. Say, you're not my boss. You know. So we're gonna close off with Natasha Neve, who has a very nice song, which we always show. There you go. Mind control through media.
The world's a stage, mind control through media. Get your perspective on the news webpage. 2 months ago, I saw them care about Afghanistan. They asked, so could you be there for 20 years and abandon them? Now people there will sell their daughters just to get food. They'll trade their kidney too. Who really knows, oh, do you? I don't doubt it though, because I know that there's a famine. So ask yourself, you claim you care, now you don't, who's really abandoning? Now you're experts on the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Remember when everybody here was talking about Hussein, yeah? Don't you realize they're taking you hostage and giving you a new brain? When's the last time you actually thought for yourself? Allowing so-called experts to dictate what you do with your health, when their priority is obviously to increase their own wealth. I've always known that people here were sleeping, now I know they're blind. Propaganda's obvious, now stop, we're running out of time. They possess you, they oppress you. Now I'm the voice who will address you. They immunosuppress you. Those with the jab, they might cardiac arrest you. They possess you, they oppress you. Now I'm the voice who will address you. They immunosuppressed you. Those with the jab, they might cardiac arrest you. They'll say it's not true. They call us skeptics. Well, you'll be skeptical too. If you knew about half the shit that we do, just a little itty-bitty iffy. Reclassified operation information when it hit me. Washy-wishy, y'all must be dizzy. This is Megalodon fishy. And before this song is labeled as a hate crime, listen to the top chart rappers. Now tell me, are they trying to wake minds? Every time I press play, they're trying to take mine. Murder, guns, drugs, money, everything but a straight line. Create more state crime. These rappers are paid private prison recruiters, becoming millionaires to shape your kids into shooters. So don't you dare call me a terrorist when I know we're the terrorists. True though, Trudeau. They possess you, they oppress you. Now I'm the voice who will address you. They immunosuppress you. Those with the jab, they might cardiac arrest you. They possess you, they oppress you. Now I'm the voice who will address you. They immunosuppress you. Those with the jab, they might cardiac arrest you. They'll say it's not true. What about the annual angels from hell peace meeting? Gangs around wild in this country, but truckers get the police beating? What exactly about what I'm saying is misleading? Red and white violence, gun running, human trafficking, drug dealing. I'll risk my life to stop the bleeding. How many years is an informant going to cover just to get a warrant? State of Emergencies Act, a tyrannical government got to skip all that. Smashing windows, breaking into theft too. But if you wear a shirt that supports anyone, they won't get you. Frozen bank accounts for freedom protesters and supporters. But you don't do anything to stop Canada's drug importers at the borders. Coots, come on. The opioid epidemic kills far more than any simulated pandemic ever did. If you think this government cares about you or your health or your safety, I'm here to tell you that they never did. Trust in the artificial leaders, I will never give. I will never give. I will never give. Cause they possess you. They oppress you. Now I'm the voice who will address you. They immunosuppress you. Those with the jab, they might cardiac arrest you. They possess you. They oppress you. Now I'm the voice who will address you. They immunosuppress you. Those with the jab, they might cardiac
So thank you all for watching. It's 1:15 a.m. right over here in the Netherlands, in the beautiful city of Maastricht, right? So we gave you guys some geopolitics and some politics and all that, and we will be back. You can never suppress the truth, okay? We'll come back. We'll come back. Even if you ban us or whatever, we'll come back under another name. So you cannot suppress the truth. And this is a very big war that's being waged upon by all these World Economic Forum losers. And, they're trying to suppress us. They will not succeed. We will learn. We will learn. We will look into history, right, and learn from history. So we're just getting started, right? Anyway, I thank you all for watching, and we'll see each other again next time, I hope. And bye-bye.